weeping icons of the Mother of God. This is one of the lay sermons by Father Seraphim Rose before he was tonsured as a monk, back when he was known as and called Eugene. Of all the many ways in which the all-holy Mother of God reveals her mercies to men, there is one that stands out both as being undeniable, for it is a completely objective phenomenon, and as touching the heart in the most immediate way. This is the phenomenon of weeping icons, in which images of the Mother of God produce tears that are exact replicas, on the scale of the icon, of human tears, originating in the corner of the eye and coursing down the side of the face, sometimes as distinct miniature teardrops, sometimes as a flood of tears that moistens the whole face. America, too, so late to receive Holy Orthodoxy, is now the witness of this miraculous phenomenon. 3 weeping icons appeared quite suddenly, one after the other, within 2 months in the spring of 1960, among Greek families on Long Island, New York. The striking nature of this sign has drawn considerable attention to these icons, especially among Orthodox believers, but also among those outside of the Church. It is not, perhaps, well known that this phenomenon of weeping icons is not new, for there are records of such miraculous icons in Russian Church history as early as the 12th century. Here we shall give an account of one from the 19th century, together with an interpretation of its meaning by a bishop who lived at that time. This icon was located in the Church of the Orthodox Theological Academy at the Sokolowski Monastery in Romania. After the liturgy in the seminary church on February 1st, 1854, it was noticed that this icon was weeping. The rector of the seminary, Bishop Filaret Scriban, was among the witnesses of this miracle. He took the icon out of its frame, looked at it carefully, wiped the traces of the tears off with a cloth, and replaced the icon. He then asked all to leave, and he locked the church. When the rector, together with the teachers and seminarians, came to the church for Vespers several hours later, all were struck by the same miraculous flow of tears from the eyes of the Mother of God. The rector immediately served a moleben and akathist before the icon. Soon all of Romania knew of the miracle and began streaming to the monastery to venerate the icon. News of it spread throughout Russia also. The miraculous flow of tears occurred sometimes daily, and sometimes with an interval of 2, 3, or 4 days. Many were thus able to see the very miracle of weeping, and those who did not, at least could see the traces left by the tears. Even skeptics became convinced of the miracle. A certain colonel was sent by the commanding officer of the Austrian occupation force during the Crimean War to investigate the rumored miracle, and to his astonishment, witnessed the actual flow of tears. An important testimony of the miracle was offered by Bishop Melchizedek of Romansk, one of the first witnesses. 35 years after the event, he spoke of how he had long pondered the question of the meaning of the tears of the Mother of God. He came to the conclusion that such weeping icons had existed also in ancient times, and that such an event always foretold a severe trial for the Church of Christ and for the nation. History justified this conclusion in the case of the Romanian weeping icon. During the Crimean War, the Principality of Moldavia was occupied by Austrian troops and subjected to severe trials. The Sokolowski Monastery in particular had a sad future. The formerly great religious center of Romania, serving for 100 years as a seedbed of spiritual culture, was suppressed. The seminary moved elsewhere, and the monks dispersed. The meaning of the weeping icons of America today is not yet evident. At least one of them is still weeping after 5 years. What is certain is that these tears of the Mother of God speak directly to the heart of every Orthodox believer, calling all to repentance, amendment of life, and a return to Orthodox faith and tradition in their fullness. This sermon was given in November of 1966.